So we are welcome you here. And we want to hear today that you will speak to our people, because we are đegard indigenous people of Cambodia, in the northern part of Cambodia. That is in the province of Stung Treng, Prachek, and Ratanakri and Rugari. And just before, you already told us about that land, and then you want to give us to live there free with your government if you will be elected as the leader of Cambodia in the future, so you will remember that. So we are very happy for you to come here and to reaffirm your what you said to us at the coalition. And we are now ready to listen from you and what you have to say and what we're going to do to make it concrete and to hold on to that. So when you will be the leader, and then we can enjoy what you will give to our people. That's what many of our people here come to listen to you. So I will give you permission to speak to the people, so they will hear from you themselves.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends. I'm going to speak in English also. I hope you could translate if necessary, but probably you all understand English, and I see some of our American friends. So speaking in English, we will understand each other properly. First of all, I would like to thank you, all of you, for this very warm welcome. I'm very touched by your hospitality. This welcome moved me deeply. And there are a few of my colleagues from Cambodia working with me in North Carolina for the Samransi Party up to last year, now for the National Rescue Party. I appreciate very much the long friendship that I have, that we entertain between Mr. Koksaw and I. We have met many times, frequently, all over the world, in the US, of course, but many times in Europe. And in Europe, we have many common friends, very good friends, who are Democrats, who are defenders of human rights, who share the same ideals as ours. So it's very easy for me to elaborate, to repeat, to open my heart to you, to make you share the feeling of any people, any human being who are entitled to dignity, who are entitled to the right to live freely, to live as human beings, as citizens of a free, democratic country. I want to reaffirm that all of you who were born in Cambodia, all of your children, you are Cambodians like me. same rights and the same obligations. We will defend our rights, ensure that our rights as citizens of Cambodia will prevail for all of us. But we have the same obligations to free, to liberate our country so that democracy takes root in our country, in Cambodia. I have to be very clear. We all understand this point in a democratic country like the US. But in Cambodia, in authoritarian countries, they don't understand, or they pretend not to understand what democracy is about. Democracy is not only the rule of the majority. Democracy is also the respect for the rights of the minority. I know what I am talking about. As the leader of the opposition in Cambodia, I represent a minority. And I suffer, we suffer, when the people who have the majority don't respect our rights as the minority. There are many other minorities. The women, even though their number is not smaller than the number of men, but because they are the minority in government positions, so their rights have been denied. All minorities have to fight for their rights. Minorities have the right to have the right to be part of the government in the decision making in whatever field that affect their lives. They must be part of that process. They must not be ignored. This is the right of the minority. And also for ethnic minorities. I know what you feel. Because many Cambodians suffer like you. In Vietnam, in South Vietnam, there is a minority, a large minority of Khmer descent. South Vietnam was part of Cambodia. Cambodians there were the first owner of the land. But the Vietnamese moved in over the last 4 centuries. They move in, and we became a minority in our land, in our ancestors' land. And Cambodians in South Vietnam have been oppressed, are still being oppressed. They have to fight to preserve their identity, their culture, their religion, their tradition, their education. As Cambodians, I understand what the đegard mean for their rights in Cambodia, because you are like us in Vietnam.